everyone. In this lecture, I will be discussing about the wave behavior within parallel planes. So first of all, what is waveguide? Waveguide is an hollow metallic structure for guiding the electromagnetic energy from one point to the other at microwave frequencies. The waves propagating through the waveguides are referred as guided waves. Consider an electromagnetic wave propagating between a pair of parallel, perfectly conducting planes that extend to infinite in the y and z direction. The planes are placed at x is equal to 0 and x is equal to a in the positive x direction, and the wave is assumed to propagate in the positive z direction. To determine the electric and magnetic field components, we need to solve the Maxwell's equations with necessary boundary conditions. There are 4 Maxwell's equations, but we will be using only 2 equations. The Ampere's circuital law given by del cross H is equal to j omega epsilon E, and the Faraday's law given by del cross E is equal to minus j omega mu H. Here the sigma is taken as 0 because the wave is propagating between the plates where the region is dielectric. E represents the electric field component, H represents the magnetic field component. Now representing in the vector form, the electric field in the vector form is given by E is equal to AX bar EX plus AY bar EY plus AZ bar EZ, and the magnetic field in the vector form is given by H is equal to AX bar HX plus AY bar HY plus AZ bar HZ. So now solving equation 1, that is del cross H, curl function is given by this determinant, and expanding the determinant we get. So first component AX bar multiplied by dou H Z by dou Y minus dou H Y by dou Z minus AY bar into dou H Z by dou X minus dou H X by dou Z plus AZ bar multiplied by dou H Y by dou X minus dou H X by dou Y. I have interchanged this minus with the minus in the bracket. And coming to the right hand side of this equation, I am replacing electric field in the vector form. So equation 1 will become del cross H is equal to j omega epsilon AX bar EX plus AY bar EY plus AZ bar EZ. Now comparing these two equations and equating the corresponding x, y and z components, we can get equation number 3. So first of all, we will equate x component. So the result will be dou H Z by dou Y minus dou H Y by dou Z is equal to j omega epsilon EX. Equating the y components, dou H X by dou Z minus dou H Z by dou X is equal to j omega epsilon EY. Equating Z components, dou H Y by dou X minus dou H X by dou Y is equal to j omega epsilon EZ. And following the same procedure and solving for the equation 2, will end up with the equation number 4. So now coming to the wave equations. The wave equation is a second order partial differential equation. It describes the behavior of electromagnetic wave propagating in a medium or in vacuum. This del square, it represents Laplace operator given by dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square plus dou square by dou z square. And gamma represents propagation constant. The gamma square is given by sigma plus j omega epsilon multiplied by j omega mu. Here sigma represents conductivity, epsilon represents permittivity, and mu represents permeability of a material. And again, for the non-conductive medium, sigma is kept to be 0. So it will end up with j square omega square mu epsilon. J square is equal to minus 1. So it is minus omega square mu epsilon E. Similarly for H term. And this del square is replaced by the Laplacian operator, ending up with these two equations. Now, the magnetic field component in the y direction is described by Hy is equal to Hy naught e power minus gamma z. Hy naught is the amplitude, and this is going to represent the phasor angle. Since the electric or magnetic field or the electromagnetic field is propagating in the z direction, I am representing it by e power minus gamma z. Now doing partial differentiation of Hy with respect to z, we'll get dou Hy by dou z is equal to Hy naught is constant. So Hy naught is remaining constant. Differentiating e power minus gamma z will result in minus gamma e power minus gamma z. This term Hy naught e power minus gamma z can be replaced by Hy. Similarly, the magnetic field component in the x direction can be given by Hx is equal to Hx naught e power minus gamma z. Partial differentiation with respect to z will result in dou Hx by dou z is equal to minus gamma Hx. The electric field component in the y direction is given by Ey is equal to Ey naught e power minus gamma z, since the wave is propagating in positive z direction. Ey naught is again going to represent the amplitude. Partial differentiation of Ey with respect to dou z is going to give minus gamma Ey. And similarly, partial differentiation of Ex with respect to z end up with minus gamma Ex. And since there is no variation in y direction, the derivative with respect to y is equal to 0. Now substituting all the derivatives in equation number 3 and equation number 4 will result in equation 6 and equation 7. And similarly here, this is your wave equation. Next step is to find the field components. Magnetic field components Hx, Hy, and electric field components Ex and Ey. So first of all, we will solve for Hx. So coming back to equation 6 and 7, you find where you could see the term Hx. So this is the equation 6.2 and here 7.1. So consider those two equations 6.2 and 7.1. So from this equation, Ey can be written as, so you take minus sign common, so minus 1. You bring this term to denominator, it is 1 divided by j omega epsilon gamma Hx plus dou Hz by dou x. And similarly, from this equation, Hx can be written as minus gamma divided by j omega mu into Ey. Now substitute the value of Ey in equation Hx. So I will get minus gamma divided by j omega mu multiplied by minus 1 by j omega epsilon multiplied by gamma Hx plus dou Hz by dou x. So multiply these two denominators, I will get j into j, it is j square it is minus 1. So minus into minus, this is going to become plus omega into omega, it is omega square mu epsilon. So it is 1 divided by omega square mu epsilon multiplied by minus gamma, this is going to become minus gamma divided by omega square mu epsilon multiplied by gamma Hx plus dou Hz by dou x. Since we need to find Hx, bring the Hx components to the one side. So if I bring this term to the other side, in both the terms hx is common. So hx multiplied by 1 plus gamma square omega square mu epsilon, that is equal to minus gamma by omega square mu epsilon dou hz by dou x. Now you take the LCM and cancel the denominator in both the sides. It will result in omega square mu epsilon plus gamma square multiplied by hx is equal to minus gamma dou hz by dou x. So hx can be written as, bring this term to the denominator, that is minus gamma divided by omega square mu epsilon plus gamma square multiplied by dou hz by dou x. And this entire term is nothing but h square. That is h square is equal to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. That is finally hx is equal to minus gamma by hx square dou hz by dou x. So follow the same procedure for hy. Now I need to take the equation which contain hy. That is equation 6.1 and equation 7.2. You find Ex, and from this equation you find Hy, and similarly substitute Ex in this equation. You take LCM, group the terms, and finally you will be ending with Hy is equal to minus j omega epsilon h square dou Ez by dou x. Next, electric field component in x direction, that is Ex. Now again coming back to equation 6 and 7, take the terms Ex, that is equation 6.1 and equation 7.2. So take the two equations, and from this equation I can find Hy is equal to j omega epsilon Ex divided by gamma. So substitute this Hy in the first equation, group the common terms, you take the LCM, and similarly you will be ending with Ex is equal to minus gamma by h square dou Ez by dou x. And to solve for Ey, pick the terms which contain Ey component. So you will be getting equation 6.2 and 7.1. So from this equation you take Hx is equal to minus gamma Ey divided by j omega mu, and substitute this Hx in the first equation, group the terms, take the LCM, and finally you will get Ey is equal to j omega mu h square dou hz by dou x. So now we have found out all the four components, Hx, Hy, Ex and Ey. And if you observe all the four equations, you find that the component Hx is depending on Hz, and similarly this component is depending on Ez, and again here depending on Ez. Here again depending on Hz. The component of electric and magnetic fields are expressed in the terms of Ez and Hz. So there can be both the components, or you can have one component, and we have considered two cases. The first case is transverse electric field. In transverse electric field, there is a component of H in the direction of propagation, that is we have Hz, and there is no component of E in the direction of wave. So Ez it is equal to 0. In the transverse magnetic wave, there is no component of H in the direction of propagation, but we have a component of electric field in Z direction, that is we have Ez. Thank you. Happy learning.